6 stories from around the world in 6 minutes or less. With that said, start your timer. We begin today with the relation between Brazil and the United States, because the U.S. has imposed tariffs on Brazilian coffee exports, specifically impacting the unique Jacu bird coffee production. This tariff threatens the economic stability of a small-scale Brazilian coffee farmers who rely on specialty coffee markets. The Jacu bird coffee, produced through a intricate process involving birds consuming and excreting coffee cherries, represents a niche market that could be significantly disrupted by these trade barriers. From Reuters, quote, "Without a fair price and strong international demand, unique coffees like the Jacu bird could disappear from the market entirely," Alexandre Simon, Brazilian coffee production community leader. Quote, "This method, although labor-intensive and limited in output, creates a coffee product that is unique in its flavor profile." Next, we travel across the Atlantic to Africa, where protests in Madagascar have entered their 5th consecutive day, with demonstrators demanding President André Rajoelina resignation. The widespread demonstrations highlight deep public frustration with economic challenges, including poverty, inflation, and perceived government corruption. Citizens are calling for significant governmental reforms and accountability. From Reuters, quote, "Every day more and more of us are taking to the streets because we've had enough. We see little to no progress. This isn't just about economic hardship, it's about justice, transparency, and our right to hold the government accountable. The resolve is clear. We won't stop until there's a real, tangible commitment to addressing our grievances," end quote. Next, we travel back across the Atlantic to Mexico, where the auto industry is facing significant challenges ahead of the 2025 USMCA review, with potential content requirements adjustments threatening the sector's competitiveness. Representing 3.5% of Mexico's GDP, the automotive industry is concerned about increased regional content mandates and could complicate supply chains and raise operational costs. Industry leaders are advocating for a careful negotiation of regulatory changes. From Reuters, quote, "The auto industry today is one of the most relevant components for the Mexican economy, so any disruption to the sector could have wide-ranging effects on growth and employment," said Guillermo Roselas. Next, we travel across the Pacific to the Philippines, where a devastating 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck the North Philippines, causing a significant destruction across multiple provinces and resulting in 60 confirmed deaths. The disaster has severely impacted remote villages with challenging terrain, complicating rescue and relief efforts. National and local governments have mobilized resources to support evacuation, medical care, and ongoing recovery operations. From Reuters, quote, "Our immediate priority is to ensure the safety of our citizens and to provide essential aid to those who have lost their homes," said the country's disaster response chief. Quote, "The government is taking swift action to shore up infrastructure such as roads and communication lines to facilitate relief operations more efficiently," the official said. Now we travel back over to to Australia, where the United States is proposing to purchase stakes in Australian critical mineral companies to secure supply chains for essential markets like lithium and rare earths. This strategic move supports technological and military sectors while strengthening the economic cooperation between the U.S. and Australia. The initiative is part of a broader effort to diversify mineral resources and reinforce geopolitical ties in the Indo-Pacific. From Reuters, quote, "Australia is already a major player in the global production of critical minerals, with vast reserves that are crucial not just for technological advancement, but in the very economic and national security of allied countries," an unnamed source said, end quote. And lastly, we travel to Europe, where the UK plans to introduce stricter settlement rules for refugees starting in 2025, focusing on streamlining the asylum process and reducing illegal immigration. The Home Office aims to make settlement criteria more rigorous and require refugees to demonstrate commitment to integrating into UK society. The new measures seek to balance providing sanctuary with ensuring responsible immigration practices. From Reuters, quote, "The proposed changes reflect the government's commitment to ensure that the United Kingdom's asylum system is both firm and fair. We want to send a clear message that while we remain a sanctuary for those who genuinely require our protection, there will be no place for exploitation of our compassion," end quote. And if you want to read any of today's articles, you can read them in their entirety. The links will be in the description below the like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podvine, as well as the Twitter handle at Your Daily Flip, where I post these links on Tuesday and Thursday, 2, 6, and 6, as well as the normal podcast that comes out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So with all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe, don't die.